What's Going On podcast.
Yo, this is Ninja,
And this is XP Early Bird.
and this is
Oh my
What's Going On. And today's episode is about what, Early?
Man, we talking about these diss records still.
Oh,
And Drake, man, we gotta address some things, my man.
we really do, man. We really do. I mean, this
Yeah.
is what, the fourth video about the diss music? I mean, Drake, Cole, and Kendrick, I believe. Fourth video? Third video?
Third. I believe it's the third.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you want to get off your chest, sir?
Man, the AI, bro. I'm not feeling the AI, man, because I don't think especially when it comes to art, you can't use a computer to portray emotion, bro. So I think just and then you drug like some iconic artists into this situation, man. Like just leave them out of it, bro.
Mm.
That's my take on it, man.
I agree. I always agree with what you say because you always like me. I'll be up here and you always do the level heads. Like me, I'll jump out the window. You be like, nah, chill, nigga. Like let's go down these steps first. So
Yeah, we balance each other out, man.
Yeah, for sure, all day. So okay, when I first heard about it, I was excited. I'm like, okay, he's doing a back-to-back kind of deal, kind of like what he did to Meek. So I was like, okay, this can't be that bad.
Mhm.
But the more I read and heard, and then I heard it, I'm like, bro, this is dumb. I'm sorry. I'm a big hip hop fan. And for you to go out and use, and this is the shit that I hate about Drake fans. They are the worst fans. They're right next to like the Beyonce fans. Like they're just so, like they never want to hear about the negative shit that he's doing to the game.
Okay, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
if
yeah,
he's doing
yeah.
something dumb, they won't admit. They'll fluff it and try to spin it into something. Oh well, Drake. You know. So the problem is Drake is using AI, and his fans are like, oh well, it's not AI. It's just a voice changing, and he just, regardless of what it is, I don't care if it's AI or not. It's dumb. It's
Right.
dumb. He used Snoop Dogg's likeness. He used Tupac likeness, which I think is a no. That's a no, bro. Like,
Right.
bro. First of
But
all,
isn't that
go ahead,
like,
go ahead.
can you get in trouble for that?
Yeah, he can if he's getting paid off of it, which is it's a freestyle. So, you're not gonna find it on any platforms. It's not gonna be on Spotify. It ain't gonna be on none of that shit. This is just, if it's a freestyle, it's exactly what it is. A freestyle.
Okay.
It's something he put out there and nobody can make bread off of it. But that's not the point. The
Mhm.
point is Drake don't need the money. He don't need none of that for this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The point is here, he's introducing AI or voice changing, whatever you want to call it, to the game, which is, everybody already expressed themselves on this shit, and nobody wants this. Nobody wants AI. Well, they tried this last year. I remember we talked about this on another podcast a while back. Check that one out. But we talked about AI being bad for music and just hip hop or just any genre, period.
Yeah.
Because now you got these big corporations that have billions of dollars to bring AI into the game and totally make up their own artists and not even need people or writers or producers anymore, when AI can literally make, write, and produce the song.
And that's what the Hollywood strike was about, somewhat too, wasn't it?
Right? Yeah, the Hollywood strike was about, for instance, if I want you to be in my movie,
Mhm.
and I tell you, hey, I want you to be, Spider-Man, but we got to record your face and all your body movements, and digitally put you somewhere. And you're like, okay, cool, that's for the movie, but not only for the movie, also for your likeness, because I'm going to use your face on video games,
Mhm.
or we might be doing a whole movie without you because we already have your face. But since you signed the contract that you are Spider-Man in this movie, we can use your likeness for the rest of other things.
Mhm.
and you can't say shit because
Yeah, yeah.
you signed off, so they can
Yeah,
make three
sign off.
Spider-Man movies without you, and
Yeah.
you never get paid off of them. You understand? So that's
Yeah.
kind of like the same deal when music was kind of trickling into streaming or downloading, where like for instance Napster and all these other things were coming into play, and it was piracy. You know, it was illegal to do all that shit.
Hmm.
This is they're doing it on a grand scale now, where they're just put it in the contract, and you don't know, and you're a first timer, and you sign your likeness away, and that's it. Kind of like what they do to everybody from the beginning of times. I mean,
Yeah.
Prince went through this. Prince signed over, his likeness as Prince. Sony owned the name, so that's why he turned his ass into a symbol. And he was the only one that found a loophole that he can still use his name without using his name.
It's crazy.
You knew it was a Prince album when you saw the symbol,
Yeah.
but he just didn't say it was Prince. But you knew that symbol because you knew the symbol meant Prince. So he found a loophole. But that's what I'm saying. I think Drake is really tainting the game by doing this. First of all, he used Snoop. Bro, I love Snoop. But you know damn well Snoop is not gonna get in the middle of a beef with Kendrick Lamar, a nigga from the West Side. Like, that's not what we're doing. Like, so Drake is being he's being that guy who's trying to bring people into the fight
Hmm.
that don't even want to be a part of it. Like he keeps mentioning Taylor Swift now. I mean, the damn freestyle is called Swifty or some shit like that. Like, it's it's dumb. Or Tailor Made is called. It's dumb. It's just
Okay.
dumb.
So
He's dragging people in it that don't need to be in it.
I think there's something bigger at play here. Now I'm be honest, I haven't heard the Drake diss yet. I haven't heard it, but I heard
Okay.
that he used AI, and I heard that he used Tupac voice and Snoop
Right.
Dogg's voice.
Right.
Um, but I mean, I'm sitting back and I'm listening, and it's like everybody is dissing each other now. So, like I say, I pay attention to uh, battle rap scene, and Hitman dissed Easy the Block Captain, and then Easy the Block Captain dissed him back. But they battled already, so why y'all still going back and forth? No, it don't make
Right.
sense. And then Kanye has a diss.
Oh
Uh,
yeah. We'll talk about that in a minute.
um, Chris Brown has a diss going at Quavo.
Right.
It's,
I
it's
read on
just
that.
it's like, okay, so where's all this coming from all of a sudden?
Right.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? So it seems like it's something bigger at play here. So it's like you're getting everybody in this industry worked up, and then here comes Drake with AI. I think the whole play is to push the AI.
Yeah. Okay, so this is my take on that. So I think you're right. I did watch Joe Budden podcast. Shout out to Joe. I watch his shit all the time. But he had, bro, I don't care what anybody said about Joe Budden. He be on it. Like, he's not stupid. He knows what he's talking about. He said in one of his podcasts, I think it was the last one that just came out I listened to. He said that he, like you what you said, kind of there's a bigger play. He said that the industry is getting everybody just riled up on dissing each other so they can introduce this AI in some weird way.
Hmm.
Because remember, AI was the Kendrick Lamar fake AI diss.
Hmm.
So what Joe was trying to say, Joe was saying that they did that to kind of just see how the people will react to it, and a lot of people were like, "Yo, this is fire. This is probably a better diss track than one that Kendrick would made." Like that. That was the vibe for the moment, right? So he was like, they're slowly introducing it, and then he was like, with Drake owning and being as big as he is, he'd be the perfect artist to introduce AI, because it's kind of the same wave like niggas with Apple phones. You know how you have an Android, right?
Yes.
Okay. You know how people with Apple phones always get excited when Apple introduces something that's like 10 years old?
Yeah.
Kind of like Apple Pay. This is the perfect example. I don't care what anybody says. You can roast me in the comments, but I know what I'm about to say is absolutely true. Everybody with Apple gets excited when Apple does something
But
and don't realize that they're about 5 years behind when that shit
yeah,
drops. But it's only cool when Apple does it because everybody is sheeping it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's mad at the moment.
yeah.
Apple did it. Apple so needless to say, Apple made it cool. Apple Pay came out, nigga. I was using Samsung Pay for 5 years prior to Apple Pay, bro. No bullshit. Probably longer. A lot of stores didn't have the pay thing because they weren't up on it until Apple did Apple Pay, and now that shit is everywhere.
Right.
Okay, that was the story. Drake's diss is the version of Apple Pay
Got you.
introducing AI. It wasn't cool then because nobody liked it. Everybody thought it was disrespectful. But now Drake did it. Whoa, Drake did it. Then it must be cool.
Right.
Corporations are sitting somewhere right now, but like, yo, we could pull the trigger on this as long as we do it like this. Let's introduce an artist. Let's introduce AI. Let's drop an artist. Okay, if we can use the N word with this artist, obviously we'll have to make him black. He can't be white. He can't. So they're gonna take this moment and start pushing that AI. I'm telling you, bro, this is the wave right now.
I believe so too, because it's like, man, it's not making sense, bro. Like, why are artists dissing each other for no reason at all? Well, I'm not going to say that they don't have a reason, but it's like Chris Brown and Quavo had beef for a while, but they never made any diss records towards each other.
Mm.
So why now? Like, why all of a sudden with these diss records going on? Why now? You know
Bro,
what I mean?
this, yeah, and like I said, I think it's it's the there is the it's the, okay. I'm trying to put this where it makes sense for people. So what they're trying to do is, you got to remember, Drake is not only an artist. He probably owns people's catalogs. He probably owns certain outlets that distribute music. Like these guys own a lot of things. Eminem owns Shady, but he also probably owns a bunch of other things. So there's umbrellas. So like Interscope, they might own all these record labels and all these record labels. So me knowing Drake, he probably owns something that's going to introduce music and AI. And then who will be the perfect sponsor or person to introduce AI to the world? It would be a high dollar rapper or high dollar actor. I mean, we already doing it in movies. I mean, look at the end of did you ever watch Flash, the movie, the last one?
No, it did not.
Okay, at the end of Flash in that movie, th- there's different universes in that movie. At the end, towards the end, it's like a cameo of different Spider-Man. I mean, different Supermans from different universes and different Batmans. And this is where you see like Michael Keaton's Batman and all this other shit, right? There's a part. I don't know if a lot of people noticed this, but there's a part in that movie where you see Nicolas Cage as Superman. And there was always rumored that Nicolas Cage, way back in the day, was supposed to do a Superman movie, but it never came to fruition, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the movie, they showed Nicolas Cage as Superman for a hot second, like 2 seconds. You just see him. You don't say nothing. You just see him in the suit.
Mm-hmm.
Come to find out, he didn't even know they were going to use his face in the movie.
Wow.
Exactly. So is that like, it's weird because do you ask for permission? Is that his likeness? You understand? Like, did he sign a contract for that? How did that work? How did they even like? It was probably illegal. I don't know. Maybe it was a 2 second rule. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
they used his face, and he said he had no idea that was going to happen.
That's crazy.
So this is what's going on in the world. Like, the corporations are trying to introduce things and see what they can get away with and what they can't get away with. And I think right now what they can get away with is whatever Drake can get away with. If Drake can get away with this without no repercussions, like using Snoop's voice and Tupac's voice and nothing happening to him, like, I don't know if they can sue him if he ain't making no bread off of it. But my point is that, listen, when Meek did the freestyle to come at Drake, he used Undertaker's theme music. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if you remember this, right?
Mm-hmm.
He used just the intro, the dong,
Yeah.
woo, bro. He used that to do, and it was a freestyle. He ain't make no bread off of this. It was a freestyle. WWE made him take that shit down, bro. He had to take it down because it wasn't his to use. Regardless if they made him take it down. So this is what I'm saying. if Tupac, whoever owns Tupac's likeness, I don't know who does, um, needs to go after Drake and have him take that shit down because I think it's stupid. Snoop Dogg's still alive. I think he should tell Drake. I don't know how cool he is with Drake, but I would think he would get at Drake and be like, "Yo, bro, that's not cool. You gonna ask me?" Because Snoop Dogg said he ain't know shit. He went on Instagram and said he ain't know nothing about this shit. He said that he got 1,000 missed calls talking about, "Yo, Drake used you in a freestyle diss."
Damn.
So my point is that I think Drake is starting to really be the annoying kid in the classroom that doesn't stop annoying people. That's Drake, bro. He met. If you ask me, if he would have stopped where he was at, he was doing good. With the diss,
Yeah.
he should have
Yeah.
just left it there and stopped agging on and acting like trolling people. Like he was trying to pull a 50. But the problem with 50 is that we know 50's a real nigga and we know 50's he's a troll. We already know 50 for that. Like 50 do shit just to get reaction, but he's not. It's 50.
Yeah. Yeah.
Drake is trying to troll to the point where he's trying to be funny, but it's coming off and more as annoying. And and that's how I feel about this right now. Like right now, if he dropped a diss track, I wouldn't even care. I wouldn't even listen to it because I'm over it now. K Dot don't even need to make a diss song. To be quite honest, he don't, because Cole made himself look stupid by apologizing, backed out of the game, and totally. I don't want to say ruined his career, but ruined him ever saying he's top anything. He gonna sit out here on the sidelines like the rest of these other rappers that come out for a hot minute and disappear. Cole's just gonna be Cole. He got his own lane, make cool music. That's great. He's a great rapper. I'm not taking none of that away. But don't come in here talking that shit. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear another Cole song where he's talking about he's number one. I don't want to hear it. I really don't. If Cole says on any track that he's number one at apologizing. That's it. That was the best
Well,
apology I ever heard.
I'm okay. I feel with the Cole thing. This is just my take on Cole, real quick. I know people are very upset about him apologizing, but I still feel like if he wanted to, he could he could compete.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying he can't. I'm not
So
saying he can't.
and I
I
feel
agree,
like
but he's not going to.
I feel like this is round one, right? If
Hmm.
I feel like if he could get on the mic and go back and forth, and he know that everything's all good without it spilling over, I feel like he would participate and show everybody that
Well,
he's why he's cold and that he
I
deserves to
mean,
be in the big
I,
three.
I, I agree 100 with that. But the problem is that he didn't even let the diss track play out before he. And for all I know, this could have been a rollout because mad people streamed it for the diss track, and then he took it off, and then his album still looks like he did 100,000, units or whatever, likes or whatever. But
Mhm.
if that was the case, fine. But don't fucking apologize. Let that shit play out, and then apologize, or even come forward and be like, "Yo, I dropped my diss track," but it's still love. That's it. You didn't have to go and do the whole
Yeah,
apologize and
yeah,
tell
I
everybody
agree,
in the.
bro.
You know what I'm saying? You could have let that
Yeah,
shit play out, and then that was it. Fine. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure all these niggas got their phone numbers. Like, you could have been like, "Yo, I got you, bro." Kind of like Jay-Z and Nas now. Like Nas says it all the time. Like, "Yo, they play Ether on Tidal." That's growth. You understand what I'm
right,
saying?
right, yeah.
So
So
I just don't get it. I don't understand. Like what? I don't. There's something
I get
happened
it,
in between
I
this
get
shit.
it. And it's you a true hip hop head, so like you going by the old school, fresh out the mud rules of
Right,
this.
right,
Yeah, so I get you, I get you.
bro. I'm telling you that.
And I I,
I,
I agree, I
I
agree.
and I get that shit's evolving. I get that. I'm not I'm not one of those guys that gonna be like, well, back in my day, fuck you. Like we did this shit in the park. We didn't even put it on. Like I get that. Like battle rap evolved, and battling just evolved into this thing that it is now. That it kind of like rap evolved and then it split into battle rap and then it split again into commercial, and then it split more into backpack rapping, and then it split again. So I get it.
Hmm.
It's creating all these lanes for drill music, chop and screw. Like I get it. All these
Yeah.
things split from hip hop. That's fine. It's kind of like it's kind of like the TVA. Like you got all these
Branches.
branches of hip
Yeah.
hop. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I get it. This is the TVA of rap we're in right now. Like we got this and we got that. That's fine. But there's this small little area that's beef with artists like this that doesn't. It's not a battle rap category. It's just a battle. It's just a one off. Like
Yeah.
every great rapper has just a one off. You know, LL had a couple, but you had the Jay-Z, you had the Nas, Beanie Siegel, Jadakiss. I mean, you have for fucking you. I mean, this shit goes back, bro. So
Mhm.
this is the latest beef we had that was this big since what? I don't know. I don't want to bring the girls into it because I don't. But let's say Nicki Minaj and
Or Megan Thee
Cardi
Stallion.
B, right?
Oh yeah.
But or Little Kim. But I'm talking about like where they kept it on wax. It was what Jay Z, Little Wayne, maybe when they throw shots at each other. You understand? Or you might
Mhm.
get a shot from Jay Z at somebody. Like what I'm saying is that Drake is just totally ruining, you know, rap beef. He's turning it into like this goofy AI. Now he's on Instagram trolling. What like it's just dumb, bro. Like he should have just stopped while he was ahead. Now he's ahead and he's gassed.
The his I don't know if the fans or the culture or who's to blame, but they got to take some of the blame too because for some reason it's like the rules don't apply to Drake for some reason, and I don't like that
Mm,
because since the beginning, I mean, the whole hip hop started as a way of the inner city youth to handle their differences in a constructive way. So
right,
this MC says something about you, and then this MC says something about you, and then that's how you figure out who's the best. Or and then as it evolved, this guy was popular and this guy was on, and nobody knew who this guy was. But once they got into a beef, now it put this guy on, and the other guy kind of went away. So it's like Ja Rule and 50. So
right,
Ja Rule was on, and then nobody really knew who 50 was. And then when they got into the beef, it put 50 on. And
mm,
then Ja kind of went away. So like that's those are the rules. You know what I'm saying? If you win the beef or you survive the beef, then now you're on.
right.
So
But
but
that's
but
the thing. Both these guys are on, so it's like,
but what I'm saying is like the rules change for Drake. So like this is what I'm saying with Pusha and Drake.
mm,
Drake said Drake mentioned his wife's name, right?
mm,
And then Pusha said something about was it got 40?
yeah,
He said something about 40. And then
right,
when Pusha did that about 40, now you're like, oh my God, I can't believe he said that. Why did he do
right,
that?
yeah,
Yada yada
yeah,
yada. But it's like, okay, Drake he said it first. Like he
mm-hmm,
started it.
yeah,
This
yeah.
is this
I
is
know,
this is what this is what rap beef is. And if you
right.
can't handle it, then don't do it. Like don't mention
And and
nobody.
and that, that's what it is. Like Drake is getting a pass on being annoying, and saying shit, but when somebody comes after him, it's like, yo, uh, like for instance, when Joe Budden came after him, it was Joe's a bum. He's just trying to resurrect his career. Fine. Then when Push came after him, oh, Push is just trying to get a number one album. Drake sells more. Fine. Then uh what's his name? When K Dot came after him, oh, K Dot's now he's trying to. He got an album. Like they always making excuses for this. Like they always making excuses for this kid, and it drives me insane, bro. Because this is
But
the. It's just
then
fucking terrible.
But when he had his beef with Meek Mill, people feel like he won that one, so nobody said anything. So
Right,
long as he's
exactly.
winning, he's fine.
And when Pusha came
I,
after him,
I don't like that, bro.
yo, bro, old buddy didn't say anything. That was it. He was done. You know, water under the bridge. He went on to making them more whack albums. So that's what I'm saying. Like it's like everybody wants Drake on top when he doesn't deserve that spot because he's not even battling the stronger people. He's going after, the people that he knows he can get one up on. And I'm not saying that he can get one up on Kendrick. I just think he's really scared of what Kendrick is gonna do. And I'm gonna be quite honest with you. I think, and this is just me, like just thinking out loud, but I think he probably has something to do with that. All these fake AI Kendrick Lamar disses, or maybe somebody's rolling them out. So when K Dot does do a diss, is not as impactful because
Right.
oh, we heard the AI bot do that. Nah, you got to come to something better than that.
I can see
You
that.
know, so it's just weird, bro. It's not fun. It's becoming just like it's becoming like when Drake drops the album. Ugh, this again. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I swear, dude, when Drake dropped the disc, I was excited. It was good. I said it was good. You can
Yeah.
watch we can watch the old video. I clearly said Drake did did his thing, and then he went and did this, and it kind of like, damn, son, that was kind of dumb.
it,
You should not.
it
You know what I'm
was
saying?
corny, man. It was
It
corny.
is corny. It's like it's like anything you do. Like, all right, yeah, you did that triple backflip. All right, don't do it again, bro, because it might not work out that next time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
and you bump your head, and then you should have just left it. You were cool when you did it the first time. Don't do it again. Yeah, this is his first real big rap beef that he was actually coming out on top, thanks to Cole. I believe if Cole didn't apologize and didn't say shit, I think a lot of things would have went different. I think if Cole would have let it ride out, I think K Dot would have came out, probably said something, or probably would have had the diss track by now. But then he went and apologized, and then Drake jumped out the window, did his shit, and it went south from here because now Drake dropped his whack freestyle. It's trash and it's stupid, and now I'm not even interested no more. And to be quite honest, I really think K Dot don't even have to do a diss song. This right here clearly states and shows that he is the superior artist, bro. I mean, he literally didn't have. Look, Cole backed out, said sorry because he knew a lot of the shit he said on his song wasn't true, which is fine. But he backed out because he said it didn't feel right.
Mhm.
Fine, you feel like shit. You lied on somebody on a song. Fine, boom. That's one for K Dot. Drake went ahead, did a diss song, came out on top. If you ask me, he won that one because obviously there's no diss track from K Dot yet. Cole dropped. He apologized, so I scratched that shit off the list. So Drake was on top. Then he goes, he makes his whack ass freestyle, doing too much again, and I think he fucking disqualified himself because he fucking out of bounds now.
Uh, it's just whack that he didn't stand on his own aura, or his own essence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if he would
It's
have did
like
another diss track and it would just been him, fine.
like his like you said, his first diss track was good, and it was just him. The fact that you had to bring in, yeah, had to bring in Tupac and Snoop Dogg. From, like I say, I didn't hear the diss song. I just hear uh, the hearsay or whatever.
Yeah, don't waste your time.
It's
Seriously.
just like, bro, like you don't need. It's like basically, it's like I feel like I can't win unless I use these trump cards of
Right. Which
established legendary people, which, and then the fact that he used Pac and Snoop, which is two West Coast legends.
yeah.
Like
Which
it's just a bad move. It's a
right,
really bad
it's
move.
stupid. It's
It's
dumb, bro. It's dumb. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I thought it was cheap, cheesy, and then
yeah.
everybody's like, "Well, Drake wrote the rhymes for the AIs." I don't give a fuck. Are you? First of all, you expect me to believe that shit? Then you got something else going. But even if he did, it's still corny. Everybody's like, "Yo, it's fire though." I'm like, "Bro,
No.
stop." And you could tell everybody who says that is obviously not a real hip hop person. They're just a Drake person.
Mm,
Because everybody, even if the shit was fire, let's just say the shit was fire. Let's say the freestyle was dope as hell, bro. Just the fact that you even thought to use Tupac. Let's take Snoop Dogg out of it. Snoop Dogg's still alive. He's still kicking. Let's say he would have got the okay to use Snoop Dogg, and Snoop Dogg said fine. But to use Tupac, bro, that's dirty, man. Like, what are you doing? Like, who uses a dead person, writes a rhyme? Let's say he did write the rhyme. I doubt it, but let's say he did write the rhyme, right?
mhm.
And let's say you rapped it and just let's a voice cover over your voice to sound like Tupac. bro. That's not weird. Like that's just stupid.
Yeah, I
Cause
mean,
let's just say it is a voice changing and you sound like Tupac. It's dumb, bro. It's dumb,
I mean, no, I'm from me being from the South. Like, there's certain things that you just don't do, and disrespecting the dead is one of those things that's been instilled in us since we was kids.
bro. All
You
day.
don't mess with the dead. You let them rest in peace, man. So
And then if he
that's just
didn't even get permission, that's even worse.
yeah.
That's even worse, bro. Like that's like robbing fucking grave kind of shit, bro. Like tacky. It's tacky to say the least. It's just a tacky move on his behalf. And to be honest, bro, if if I was Kendrick, I would want to diss him, but I probably wouldn't just to let him sit out there and look like a goofy. You know what I'm saying?
But people probably don't see him as being a goofy. See,
Yeah, and that
we don't like it, but I think like the majority of the people see this as a win for Drake. They see his Drake is up. He's back up now.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like if K Dot came out, man, he his his song would have to be so fire. I mean, Dre will have to produce it, and it just it will have to be a one shot kill,
But
literally.
see, this is why I feel like the AI is this right here is a push for the AI because I feel like the only way for Kendrick to really come back effectively will probably be to use AI on his track, but probably use Drake's voice as AI saying some like some whack crazy shit, and then go into his verses or whatever.
If 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 that happened, I would be upset still because I could all right. Like if he did that, that'd be funny. But I just think
But you wouldn't respect it
I wouldn't
because it's
respect it
AI,
because then it'd be the same thing Drake did, and then I'll be contradicting myself as a hip hop
right?
person.
And that's what I'm saying.
But
It's the push. It's that AI
the,
showing
and
how to
if
push.
if that did happen, then yes, it's a push and there's an agenda involved. Period. And then hip hop is pretty much fucked after that because if he did use AI, let's just say Kid Dot uses AI for some weird reason, which I doubt it, but if he does, then yes, there's an agenda being pushed, and sooner or later, everybody will be like music will just not be music no more. It'll just be computers creating songs we like, and I think that's where we're getting at next. And to be quite honest, bro, if they did push that out, they won't tell us. You know when they will tell us? When we stream it a million times and say, "Oh, this song is dope," then they'll be like, "Yo, you know that was AI, right?" And then we're gonna be like, "Oh my god!" It's almost like somebody feeding you some shit you don't like, but they don't tell you that shit's in the fucking food. And then you be like, "Yo, you know what that was, right?" I'm like, what? Oh, it was chicken. Oh, I don't eat chicken. Well, nigga, you ate chicken just now. Like it's gonna be that same vibe, bro. And if K Dot does that, I'll be totally upset and being in shambles because I will disapprove that. But if we don't do that, and let's just say he made a diss track and it was fire. Let's just say it was fire.
Hmm.
Guess what's gonna happen? They're gonna say he ain't right that it was AI. So either way we go about this shit, it's 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 gonna be whatever. Now let's say it's whack, right?
Hmm.
Let's say his shit's whack. Then they're gonna be okay with everything Drake did because they're gonna be like, "Oh, Drake is the winner." Ha ha. And I think that's why Drake leaked his first diss because if it was whack and it didn't get a good vibe with audience, he
Yeah.
could have said, "Oh, that ain't me. It's AI. It got leaked. That wasn't me." You know what I'm saying? Like he could have easily did that. He could have easily say, I ain't, that wasn't me. It was a leak. That's, that wasn't me. But since it got a good vibe, then the better version came out with the full intro and everything. Then that shit came out. So I don't know, man. It just I don't know. It's just real spooky out here for music, bro. Really.
Yeah. Um. So I guess like my final take. Uh.
Yeah.
No AI, man. AI is bad, bro.
Mm.
No AI, man.
Yeah. I think we just leave that on the table because it's already taking away little things here and there. Imagine when it starts taking away music and movies, bro. What are we gonna be doing with ourselves, bro? Like, what's the point if we can't get content with people from humans with real emotions than computers who are just cooking up something because it can and it knows how. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't mean it's real.
Yeah.
If I've made a rap song and I'm pouring out my heart because my mom died or my wife died or my dad or whatever, get into a car accident, or I'm telling you a real story, so people can understand it. Now if I tell AI to do that same shit, that it doesn't make it
Yeah.
genuine. It doesn't know how to deliver that energy or that voice or the crackle in my voice when I'm about to cry rapping about it. You understand? Like
And
it
and
can't do that.
it can't put emphasis on certain words.
Right.
Like,
It doesn't know what
yeah,
part is gonna break you down and make you
yeah,
cry or be angry. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
I just don't see how AI can like reproduce a song from like Tupac or DMX, where these guys had rap with mad emotions. You know what I'm saying? Like people like, for instance, Mace or a bunch of others where they rap with emotions and a different kind of slang and
yeah.
yeah, you could sound like Pac and all these guys, but can you deliver the song like them? They can't. Like they don't know. I just like I don't. I want to see AI do an Eminem song. Like it wouldn't be able to because he's just so. Or Busta Rhymes song. It just would be. I just can't fathom that AI can pick up on how to do a cadence properly with
Yeah,
an Eminem or Busta Rhymes song.
with that,
You understand?
that how fast they're able to rap
How
that quickly.
fast and how to
Yeah,
rhyme words that don't even rhyme and make them rhyme. Like
yeah,
I can't
yeah.
see a computer doing that yet.
Nah,
At least not right now.
I don't
But
think
yeah,
they could ever do that, bro.
that's how I feel. That's my final take. I think AI is terrible. I think y'all should stop trying to push that AI shit on people. Cut that shit out. Try to figure out how to stop hungry kids and kids getting kidnapped instead of this AI bullshit because it's really dumb,
Yeah,
stupid. Just like that fucking freestyle Drake drop is dumb. I think Drake should apologize to hip hop. I think he should call Snoop. I think he should apologize to Tupac. And Game, another thing too, Game, he's a weirdo, bro. Like he's so mad at Interscope and Dr. Dre that he even sided with Drake on this Tupac shit, bro. Okay, that's another. I don't even want to get into that, but yeah, I think Drake should apologize for all the fuck shit he's been doing the last day or two on this whack ass freestyle. He needs to cut that shit out.
yeah,
And that's my take. Also, like, share, subscribe, please. We see you guys watching. We're getting a bunch of views, but we're not getting those subscriptions and those lives. So those likes. So let's help the channels. We can make more videos, man, and
yeah.
start getting some of these things out there. Also, there was something else we were gonna say, or that was it?
I was going to ask for your opinion on AI down in the comments. That's what.
Oh yes, yes. Also, yeah. Comment down below about the AI and how you feel about Drake. You think this freestyle he dropped was good? Let's be honest. Argue with me all day. I don't care if you call me stupid, but tell me how you feel about the Drake response down below. All right.
Yep.
This is Ninja.
This is XP Early Bird.
Yo, we out.
Peace.
Later.
What's going on podcast?